Hey friends, Zen Juni here. I'm going to do some isometrics with the WorldFit Iso Loop band or strap. So we're going to focus on lower body. Let's do it. Just over the strap, squat down a little bit, put it across the top of my hips, and then begin a 6 to 15 second press upward. So I'm pushing earth away, trying to lift up against the band. And release. Then I'm just going to lengthen it a little bit more. So it's going to be a little higher. And again, another round. Really feel a quadricep firing up. And release. Then what I'm going to do is shorten it. I like to do this one with the strap below the kneecaps. I also like to then push knees forward, let the hips push back and pull apart against the straps. And release. Then we're going to tighten it up some. Legs a little closer together. We'll do this round just above the knees. Again, hips go back, knees go forward, and push against the strap. I'm using about 80–90% of maximum contractive power. Now you can hold anywhere from 6 seconds all the way up to 45 seconds. If you're going to do for 45 seconds, make it about 60 to 75% of your maximum. When you hold longer, it's even more beneficial for sinews and tendons. And release. Now, this same movement that I've just been doing, you could be doing it sitting down as well. So we're going to start in a lunging position, and we're going to try and stand up. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. And up. All right. So, standing on the strap, I have my knees bent, hips back, upright, and try and stand all the way up. And release. So then we're going to do a movement to work inside of the legs. We'll be working outside of the legs, we'll be working the front of the legs. Just take your hand, put the elbow on the inside of one, put the hand on the inside of the other leg, just above the knee. And what we're going to do is press in. Remember to continue your breathing while you're doing the isometric contractions. And release. So once again, what I mentioned is if you're using straps, after you did this, you could just put your strap to the outside and be pushing outward from the seated position. Let's look at a couple more movements that you can do seated that are good for the legs. So if I turn to the side here, we can just see it better. I'm going to point my toes up, dig my heels in, and I'm going to stabilize myself here in my upper body, push into the earth, and pull towards my butt. So I'm really activating these hamstrings here. Really push into the earth and attempt to pull towards your butt. And release. Now you can also reverse that process. You can try and push the earth away. So dig the heels in and push away, and you'll feel it in your quadriceps. And release. So each one of these movements is going to work the body a little bit different, or should I say contractions, because you're not moving. It also helps you to learn how to feel the muscles that you want to be activating and contract them over a period of time. You'll be able to contract them more firmly, more intently, and get a better blast out of your seconds that you're doing this. Isometrics are powerful, and you can really get a lot of benefit. It will assist you in any other kind of weightlifting that you're doing, whether you're doing dumbbells, barbells, kettlebells, heavy club bells, maces, any of these sorts of things will be benefited from your doing isometrics. Next up, we're going to do a few additional isometric contractions while we're sitting down or lying back. So if I want to continue to work the hamstrings, for example, I was doing them before when I was sitting on the rock with my legs almost fully extended. So what I'm going to do is same level of extension, but bring my feet together, push my knees together, push the heels into the ground, and try and pull towards the glutes. Now I'm also using my forearms to push into the earth, so I'm contracting a lot of my body. And release. Then I'm going to pull my heels up a little bit closer, bend my knees up a little bit more. I'm going to push into the earth and pull towards the buttocks. Again, each position you take gives you slightly different requirements. And release. Now, let's say you also want to do some abdominals. You can just put your feet down on the ground, put your hands on your thighs, and try and sit up while you're pushing with your arms to prevent you from sitting up. And release. So those are just a few quick moves you can do with your isometric strap.